Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. I am Zulfiani from UIN Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta. I would like to present our article entitled Science Adaptive Assessment Tool Accommodating HOTS Assessment Based on Learning Style. And my co-author, Iwan Permana Suwarna, Muhammad Arif, Nengsi Juanengsi, Zikri Rahmat Ramadan. Thanks for collaboration. Introduction. Limitation of conventional assessment in measuring student competencies. Conventional instruments tend to measure memory competence. Conventional measuring instruments are not adaptive to measure the potential that students actually have and their habit in thinking or receiving a problem. Conventional measuring instruments cannot measure the great potential that students actually have. Students have a variety of other thinking competencies apart from memory or understanding that have not been explored and developed. Students have a variety of competencies and way of obtaining them that must be considered in the measurement process. It is a learning style. It takes tools that can optimally measure student actual competence through their habits of thinking or gaining knowledge. The success of students in the future or at work is related to students' habit of thinking. Student habit of thinking other than memory cannot be measured by conventional instruments, especially skills in the 21st centuries. So, it takes tools that can optimally measure student actual competence through their habit of thinking or gaining knowledge. And we design SEE tool based on called learning styles. Research method, we use qualitative methods and development product design research using the ACCUR procedures. And first, analysis, design, evaluation, and revision. In the analysis phase, we use preliminary research, we do literature review, especially learning style, science material, and 21st century skills. And the literature review, we do summarizing, analyze, evaluating, synthesize document. In the design, we design of SEE tool prototype, design instrument, and validation. Develop the SEE tool prototype, we do software selection, making flowchart, and formative product, performance, and validated expert jobs. The third and the fourth, we do discuss in this paper. So this paper is limited to the analysis and design stage. The instrument and validation aspect, we use observation sheet, questionnaire, and model multiple choice of higher order thinking assessment design checklist, HOTS, and validation instrument consists of 14 statements for HOTS question in the form SI, 4 divergent learning style, and the other learning style, we use 22 statements for HOTS question in multiple choice form. Validation aspect include material, construction, language, additional rule, and software engineering, visual communication. The media application questionnaire used was a rating scale with 5 rating categories. And result and discussion, we have SEE tool design framework. There are 7 differences of 4 learning style. The first, field of interest, learning dimension, task preference, type of question of interest, characteristic, advantages, and type of question. Example, who is divergent learning style? he or she use type of question creative thinking. This is figure out about our application. We do to divide it in 4 science, biology, and physics. And we can see the menus, and every student can choose the instrument suitable from their learning style. The characteristic of test development using experimental learning theory are as follows. Called learning style consists of divergers for creative thinking, and critical thinking for assimilators, science process skill for convergers, and problem-solving question for accommodators. And 21st century skills are skills that must be prepared for students to face the world, and use of technology that has never existed and to solve various forms of problems with unknown problems. And science hot question based on the characteristic of learning styles. The hot science questions are prepared based on the basic competencies of movement system, concept in biology, and the concept of simple machine in physics following the characteristic of called learning style. This is SAA tool design. We use first step start, template creation, their background, format, picture, and animation. We insert text to the template, publish file, we use MIT inverter application, and finish. Material and assessment expert. The validation of physics subject expert, biology subject expert, and science learning assessment expert to the construct of higher level thinking about divergent learning style obtain good conclusion. And 4, physics subject expert and assessment expert are very good. Meanwhile, biology subject expert give good conclusion. Thus, the construction of high thinking question for the overall learning style in good and very good wins. And media expert in the validation of SAA tool, and 2 aspects, namely device engineering and visual communication, both obtain score 4. For discussion, assessment practice in adaptive delivery provided opportunity for students to connect with automation system, which increase the efficiency of learning process and system. SAA tool is designed to accommodate student diversity of learning style in learning material, especially science. This research still has limitations, one of which is limited to the 4 learning style studied, namely diverger, assimilator, converger, and accommodator. As we know, there are 9 learning styles as called theory. Conclusion, SAA tool is an adaptive assessment application that accommodates student learning style in measuring higher order thinking in science material. The prototype of this application has been validated by material assessment and media expert with good score criteria and is suitable for use. SAA tool provide an alternative assessment of higher order thinking that is more personal concerning student learning style. This assessment is expected to provide opportunity for each student to reach their optimal potential because the construction of the question is adjusted to their learning preferences. Thank you to Tulis Litpen Win Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta for research grant for the 2019 Higher Education Development Research Cluster. Thank you. Wassalam.